I'm in one of the craziest working environments in the world, where they make the news. Look at these giant satellites. Today we're showing you what goes into making the news 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. News. We are talking to everybody. Anchor, producer, control room. It's insane. I think I might have just adopted a puppy. Welcome to the second episode of Are You Kidding Me? I'm gonna break the entire news station. This is me trying to read a teleprompter and failing miserably. Would have Today I'm heading to a local news station in San Diego where I'm gonna learn about and try all the cool jobs that exist in local news. I'm about to do something I've literally always wanted to do. Weather live in front of this giant green screen. I'm very excited.
Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, and you're tuning into your CBS 8 Plus extended forecast, where we start off temperatures warming their way up to the mid and upper 60s. I want to bring in, you're just weather anchor number 2.
Hello,
Sidney
everyone.
Raz is with us this morning, I want to hand over the remote to you.
Oh, okay, there's a play button. Got it.
Yeah, exactly, and that just keeps it playing. So
Beautiful. We got Wednesday, 3:30, relative humidity. Gonna be moving that way. Push play. Okay.
There you go.
And look at that. Oh my gosh. Turn around. Let's try this way.
There you go. Switch sides.
Beautiful. 101 degrees.
When we were here on the forecast highs, you did it perfectly. The number one complaint that everyone emails me and screams at me for is blocking the numbers.
Dude.
So you went right over.
Get into the ocean.
Off the side of the screen so everyone can see, and you're totally right. My name is Evan Nurani. I am our morning weather anchor. I'm also a reporter, but mostly weather. I went to college in Orange County, studied broadcast journalism, then moved up to Spokane, Washington for 3 years. And news usually start in a small market.
So it's like you get used to the news atmosphere, and then you move to a larger area.
And especially when you're on the air, like you start small and work your way up. It feels like when you're in a smaller market, you are learning the ropes.
Sure,
So you're getting things under your belt. Fewer people are watching in smaller markets. So when you make mistakes, it's less visible.
Right. Well, so then what's your day-to-day?
3:45 when I get into 4:30, I'm building graphics, looking at the forecast. And then for that first hour that we're on the air, commercial breaks, I'm still kind of fine-tuning things. And, I make all of these graphics.
This is all you?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
So, we have templates, but we are the ones who put them in motion and change their graphics and numbers and all that kind of stuff.
Does anyone ever message you being that's actually wrong? It was 82 degrees,
all
not
81.
All the time.
We can take you to our main studio, and we're going to put you to the test as far as working the teleprompter.
Okay, let's do this, Evan.
Now, the teleprompter is meant to be like a guide. It's not something that we can depend on.
Yes.
So sometimes scripts are written and they're not in the way that you want to talk. It's more of a guide. So
there's
a foot pedal. So push down on that.
Okay.
Press the reverse one real quick.
Oh gosh.
There you go. Yep.
These things
and then
are great.
this is the remote.
This is
access
so cool.
Teleprompter, so it's a remote access teleprompter. We call it a RAT. I put your name in and everything.
Oh, look at that!
Sydney, there we go. Breaking news.
Wait, so do we both have control?
I'm in my own driver's seat when I talk. You're in your driver's seat when you talk.
Oh God.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great. All right, here we go. Show's open.
Okay.
Remember, be yourself.
Just be myself. No big deal. Oh wait, I'm going first. Okay, cool. Time now is 8:55. I'm Sidney Raz.
And I'm Eric Connor. Glad you're with us here this morning. I'll look at some of the top stories we're following. We'll start with you, Sidney.
Breaking news, a driver in a semi-truck was backing up to the Ralph's store during loading dock. Backing up to the loading.
Look at the video. It's crazy.
Dang it. When he hit a fire hydrant in Hillcrest. Over 50 million would have taken, well, thanks, San Diego. I'm Sidney Raz.
See, it's a piece of cake.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. Very good.
Thank you.
For a beginner, that was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And I think the advice of just be yourself is priceless.
Yeah.
You're just a guy. The better news anchors are the ones that are just themselves and talk with this voice.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me read the news, though, Eric.
Absolutely.
That was so much fun.
You bet. Yeah, you're a natural, man. I tell you, just be yourself and be good at whatever you want to do.
So you've been an anchor for how long?
Wow. I've been a journalist for 20 years. I've done every job there is to do.
Sure.
But here, almost now a couple years of anchoring, but I started here about 5 years ago.
Amazing. So what time do you get here, and like what's that typical day like?
So like my alarm rings at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I snooze a little, and then I make my coffee real quick. I'm like a ninja at home. I have to tiptoe out so I don't wake up my family. And then I get here and do hair, makeup, scramble around, get my food real quick, and then I'm in studio here at like 4:25 is the goal. But our show starts at 4:30, so we just scramble up until like right when the show begins, and then it's showtime. We read the news, but we're aware of what the news is. So there's like a constant news coming at us. So there's that prep that goes on 24/7.
And it's just, I mean, how do you stay so passionate about something like this? I mean, what's that drive?
It is the greatest job. I think I've definitely was meant to do this from like high school. I was always really shy. I think it's so important because people need to know what's happening.
Yeah. As a new news anchor, what's I mean, some advice that you would give to those people just starting?
I would tell people that it's not about you.
Yeah.
That is the number one thing. Because everyone always, oh, how do you talk on camera? How do you do your hair for camera? Like, that doesn't matter. What matters is the stories you're telling, right? So what's the reason you're telling this? Why do people need to know about it? Once you get you out of the equation, it's more natural, pure news.
Dana Marie McNichol. I've been a reporter here for 2 years on the morning show. My alarm call was off at 2:50. Wow. I'm on the clock at 3:15. And then we get our email around 3:15 of where we're gonna go in San Diego. So I wake up, what am I gonna wear? What am I gonna say? If it's breaking news, what am I gonna walk into? Sometimes I'm talking to my producers while I'm driving there. Like, what information do we know? What can you tell me before I go on air? Because usually when we get to a breaking news scene, we're on air within a minute or two. Like, we jump right into it.
What is the difference between sort of being a meteorologist, right, and then being a reporter in the field?
Yeah, there's so many differences. I mean, the news team becomes one when we're all doing our job. So Evan and Netta, both meteorologists, they went to school for a really long time to do that job. I'm getting my master's in cybersecurity, so I love covering cyber tech crime, and I get to use that expertise. But you don't necessarily need like a specialized degree to be a journalist. And then obviously as an anchor, you're on that desk, and it is a hard show. 4:30, you saw until 9 a.m. I mean, you're lucky if you can run to the bathroom for like 2 minutes. And you're up there the whole time, performing, but also informing. And I think that's the hardest thing, is having to do both at the exact same time. And then field reporting, you're out there having a good time, whether that's breaking news, you're hanging out with puppies at a shelter, but it's also sad because you're dealing with people.
Obviously, you didn't start out as a field reporter. So what was your track to like sort of get into field reporting?
Okay, so I actually competed at Miss America. And my journey as Miss Washington.
Wait, you just don't lead with that?
But that's really what helped me get to where I am today. I mean, I think a lot of my bosses in my interviews thought that was a lot of overlap in skills, interviewing, understanding people, communicating with people. To be able to be a news reporter in San Diego, I had to work 5 years. I think this is market something 25, 26, 27. Spokane was market 70, and then you kind of work your way up.
Thank you so much. Being in front of the camera is so hard, but they all make it look so easy. When it comes to live news though, I've heard the most exciting stuff happens behind the camera. So next, we went to talk to one of the morning news producers, Michaela. Okay, so you are a producer.
Yes.
How did you get here? What happened?
So I went to Purdue University. I was a communications major. And then there's this program that Tegna, the company we work for, does called Producer in Residence. So they hire kids out of college and pair us up and send us off to different stations. So I lived in St. Louis actually for 6 months. And then I was learning how to produce. I literally never stepped foot in a newsroom before that. But they taught me everything I needed to know. We're a CBS station. So I go through CBS's website and then find stories off of there. And then I get to order what's most important. But we also do a lot of local news too. So I find San Diego stories. I'll put those in. You just kind of mix them in depending on what you think is the most relevant. And what impacts people's lives the most, like news you can use. So.
News you can use. What a phrase.
That's mine.
No one's ever come up with that. That's Michaela original, everyone. I mean, what's your typical day like? So you get here at 4.
So I wake up at 3.
Get here, okay.
So get up at 3, get into the station, come in. The first thing I do is log in here, see what's going on. I do writing for some of the other morning shows,
Oh,
so
okay.
helping out other producers.
Sure.
And then I go into
The spreadsheets.
Yeah, the spreadsheets. And I pick out my stories.
Wow.
My favorite part is I get to pick kickers, so like my fun stories
Oh, yeah, sure.
of the day.
That was the lemur
The
one.
lemur, yeah. And so we kind of figure out what our reporters are going to cover. And then from there, I go in and write all of my stories. I decide who's reading. I decide where they're reading it from and how the story is going to look. This is EMPS. This is the system that we use to create our shows every day,
incredible.
basically. So going from the top of it, we have teases at the top. So it's kind of like, here's what's coming up on CBS 8 Live at 11.
Right.
You're ordering based off of what's relevant.
Yeah.
And also making sure everything kind of flows.
Wow. Michaela definitely has one of the coolest jobs I've ever seen. And she also kept mentioning being in the booth. What was this mythical booth she spoke of? Turns out, it's where news producers and directors are during a live show, aka one of the craziest work environments in the world. So next, it was on to news direction. I'm gonna break the entire news station. Oh, there's a studio right there. So we're in the control room, and this is...
My name is Kaz Alavi, and I'm the news operations manager here at CBS 8.
What do you love most about this job?
I love local news because I know what's going on in my town, honestly.
Yeah.
I came from more of a national news background before, and when I came here, I really enjoyed knowing what's happening this weekend, and knowing how long it's going to take me to get to and from home.
In this control room, so used to seeing sort of like 15, 20 people, I thought, run a control room, but I mean, what's the actual real life scenario here? I mean, is it that many people?
So, a while ago it was about 10, 15 people in the room, and now we've gotten down to about 2.
Wow. What, just 2?
I know. Automation, a lot of organization,
Yep.
premeditation,
Yep.
any kind of word ending with shin, apparently. Yeah, there's a lot of pre-thought that goes into every kind of show.
I mean, how long does it take to get trained on this, right? Like,
yeah, it definitely depends on the person, but normally it would take me about 3 months, about 2 to 3 months for me to show you the real intricacies of everything. I mean, just in this pod right here, so this is the director pod we're in, we have cameras, graphics, audio, master control, which is kind of like the entire station's playlist. Every monitor viewing every feed we have coming into this control room. But yeah, it used to be ran by 5 guys. Now it's 1 guy wishing he had 4 other hands.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Any small change to this guy's or this woman's job position, it needs to be thought of very carefully. How is this going to throw a curveball into their 9 hours of live news every day?
Right. So you were here most of the time?
Yeah, this was my bread and butter for a long time.
Wow.
Won a couple Emmys here.
Wow.
Yeah, the station, we crank it out. You want me to show you what to do?
Yeah, I would love to
Let's
try
do it. So first of all, I'm gonna talk you through this. So to start off, we're gonna press take, and the show open's gonna play. Show open is in. Give me Viz 1 dissolve and take at the same time. There we go.
Oh.
So we're always looking 2 or 3 steps ahead.
Okay.
Let's move some cameras though. So when the director is coding the show, you click it, and you'll press cut, and you'll see camera 2 move.
Oh, wow.
Let's go to camera 1, and then you'll see camera 1 on there. It's gonna swing all the way around.
Wow.
The trick is to not show any of these camera moves on air.
Sure.
So this big thing over here is called the switcher.
This is the one that you think of.
This is, this is your engine. Looking at this row right here, we have our cameras. So I want you to go through this top row, camera 1, 2, 3, 4, and see the difference on the screen. So let's start ahead on camera 2 first.
Camera 2.
There you go. Next up, give me camera 3, then give me camera 1, give me 504, give me 3. There we go. This is how a traditional director would be calling it for you, and you would be the position of a TD, technical director. So that's the wonderful world of directing.
That's so much fun.
Breaking news scenarios are a great time. I worked with producers where we got to know each other so well, we weren't even using words, it was just sounds.
Wow.
But once you get dialed in with your partner in here, you can start doing some real fun stuff.
It's so cool, man. Wow. What a way to wrap up an absolutely insane day. Getting to actually direct the news in this control room has to be one of my favorite experiences of all time. So much fun, so much chaos, so much coolness. Breaking news. Manscaped now sells beard products. That's right. They are once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, The technology behind the Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shape your signature beard look. Now you can finally use Manscaped products to make your drapes match your carpet by going to manscaped.com and using code AYKM for 20% off and free shipping. The reason I want to use the Beard Hedger Pro Kit is because I'm on local news and I want to look my best. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code AYKM at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use AYKM. Manscaped Beard Hedger, 1 stroke, 1 guard, 20 lengths. And now, back to the episode of Are You Kidding Me? So now I know how they make the news. I got the whole rundown from weather to anchoring to reporting, producing, and news directing. But wait, no one told me anything about what it's like to be a guest on the news. 1, 2.
So you just watched it to be safe today?
I've learned that there's a lot of Vine star, Instagram influence.
Tell us all about it.
I think I'm going to be taking this puppy home today. So. It has been an absolute insane day learning all I can about the news. I mean, I think I might have just adopted a puppy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.